What the mainstream media was too afraid to tell you about the news this week. This week, while the mainstream media obsessed over Trump's tax returns, here are the things that happened that really matter. In the Senate this week, Attorney General Barr testified that he thinks spying on the Trump campaign during the 2016 election did occur. Democrats immediately condemned Barr for saying this. Democrats claim this is a lie. But we know spying occurred. We've seen the FISA court warrant on Carter Page. We've seen that ourselves. It's available to the public. The question is whether that wiretapping or surveillance or spying, whatever you want to call it, was adequately predicated. That is what Attorney General Barr actually said. But did the mainstream media report on this? Did the mainstream media report the truth, which contradicts the Democrats' false narrative? Nope. The mainstream media didn't say a word. CNN's Jeffrey Toobin said former Secretary of Homeland Security Kirsten Nielsen, now that she's resigned from her position, should forever be known as the woman who put kids in cages. Other people on the left are calling for a boycott of Nielsen, saying no private business should ever hire her because she put kids in cages. But the truth is, Kirsten Nielsen was just following the law. Under the law, the government cannot detain children for more than 20 days. So unless we allow adults who cross our border illegally with children to go free into the United States, we have to separate parents and children. That law passed during the Clinton administration. The photos of kids in cages, those were from the Obama administration. And here's the real kicker. If Democrats want to change this now, they can. Congress can change the law in an instant if they actually care about those kids. But Democrats in Congress refuse to change the law. But did the mainstream media report on the truth about the law? No, they didn't. The mainstream media continues to broadcast fake news about the child separation policy and ignore the truth. An NBC Wall Street Journal poll says only 17% of Americans think they got a tax cut under the Trump tax bill. In reality, the Wall Street Journal says 2/3 of Americans saw their taxes go down because of the GOP's tax bill. Other experts say it was closer to 80% of Americans who got tax cuts. Matt Iglesias at Vox says this disconnect, the false belief, is because of Democrats' messaging. That means Democrats lied to the American people to place this lie in our minds. But did the mainstream media report to you the truth about the Trump tax cuts? Did the mainstream media tell you that actually the vast majority of Americans got a tax break from this bill? Nope, the mainstream media didn't say a word. President Trump declared Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps a terrorist organization this week. Democrats immediately claimed this is a step towards conflict with Iran. But in 2007, 72 United States senators, including then Senator Obama and then Senator Hillary Clinton, supported the idea of declaring the IRGC a terror organization. But did the mainstream media report on this? No, they didn't, because the mainstream media is in the pocket of the left, and the left just wants to hate everything President Trump does. Thousands of people in Britain are going blind thanks to the British socialist healthcare system that is denying elderly patients cataract surgery in hopes that the old people will die first, so the government doesn't have to pay for the surgery. This is government rationing healthcare, and people are going blind because of it. But did the mainstream media ask any of the Democratic 2020 presidential contenders how their Medicare for All government-in-charge plan would avoid this same kind of rationing? Nope, the mainstream media won't say a word. The mainstream media doesn't care to report any of that to you, so we will. And that's my final point.